Hal was going to use ChatGPT to write his intro.
Oh. I haven't even tweeted it yet.
Hey? We're up 4 minutes.
What video is playing?
10 best things come from the showcase. I haven't seen it, so I thought we could put it on. Oh, 4 views already. Wow. Hello, viewers. Testing. Yeah. Okay. Can you just talk to make sure it's working? Hello?
I can
Hello?
hear you, but the music is exceptionally loud.
Mm.
Oh, is it? I thought the music was muted. That's really interesting. It is muted. Oh, is it
All
the
I can hear
music?
is the music.
Is it music? It's not the Falls are talking music. It's the music.
No, it's the music.
Okay.
So you are recording?
Yeah, we're recording. I'm recording.
Cool.
Everything's recording. Yeah, it's recording. Original sound is off. Let's put original sound on because
I can't hear you at all. Music has just taken over your voice. What did you do?
it's funny because no one else can hear music except you lot. Yeah.
Of course they can't. That's hilarious.
Does that make any quieter or is it too late now?
Oh, it's finished, I think. Oh, now it's restarting.
It restarts again, yeah. Is it really loud?
It's very loud.
Is it good music? It's amazing music. It's really catchy, yeah. It's funny how you can't hear it. I wonder where it's going. Oh, so I can play it. So it's going out the virtual channel. There you go. Does that kill it?
Yeah, that kills it.
Okay. It's going out the virtual channel, but it's not going through the stream, which is typical. So,
Oh, that's brilliant.
yeah. Oh, well. They can just
Oh,
hear
we've
us.
got 6
Can you hear
people
us
watching.
both chatting away? Yeah, I know. There's a whole bunch of people watching.
Hello,
Can you hear us
everyone
both chatting away? All of us chatting away, Beans? You can hear voices in your head?
I don't know, Tony. It could be anything.
Hello.
Hello, Yobi.
Hello,
How's
Dragonheart.
it? See, I always call him Yobi. I should call him Dragon.
Yeah, Yobi.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm relying on you for the cue here, Lee.
Okay, well, 1 minute.
1 minute. Cool. How's our new internet? Is it better? Does it look cool? Yes, it does.
Actually, Simone went music voice just now, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, that's her laptop.
Oh, is it? Is your laptop melting?
Man.
The voices are loud.
Everywhere.
Turn down the volume on your device.
The voices are loud.
In your head. Oh, 30 seconds.
Oh, let me grab my drink quick.
You can't do it now. It's 25 seconds. Unless you're in the toilet. Are you next to the sink? Maybe you can just have one straight away from the sink. Just drink from the sink. Do like a cat. 15.
Oh, how smooth was that?
10.
No one even knew I was missing.
5. No. And no. Oh, what's happening? See, it's supposed to play with music, isn't it?
Did anything happen? Are we live?
Well, now.
We are now? Ooh, look at that. What a pretty interface or layout.
Hello,
No,
us.
Is that how you're supposed to start the podcast? Oh, what a pretty... That is now the start of the podcast. You know that audio is now being picked up and used. Ooh, what a pretty
You know
podcast.
us. When we get back after a break, we're always super awkward. I mean, it's our
just
brand,
you.
right?
I was fully ready. I've been pressing buttons.
So, you know, in TV shows, when they start a new season, one of my favorite things to do is notice how everyone's haircut has changed.
Oh, my hair's changed completely.
You
Mine
got more
hasn't
hair on
changed.
the sides now.
Oh, it's just
What's
because I need a
going on?
haircut. That's why. It's not for any other reason.
Well, look, we're back, and this is exciting. So let us kick it off properly with a proper 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 from Lee.
Why? I can clap for you if you want.
Well, I mean, clap 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or give me the finger, any cue you want.
I can't give you
really.
the finger now because we're live. I normally give you the finger before we're live. It doesn't really work.
I
now.
appreciate that, Lee.
Family friendly.
Yep, family friendly.
What do you think of the scroll along the bottom?
I'm just having a look. Very nice. I do like it.
Even the correct font.
Great. Look at you go, learning things.
I did this while I was sat here waiting for you faff around when you moved desk into the
Oh, yes.
into the kitchen sink or wherever you're sat now.
Well, yeah, I'm sitting in the kitchen sink. So this podcast might sink or float. But
I think you should just start. Just get into it. Come on.
Right, let us begin. Hello and welcome to Game Face, episode 1 of season 7. Can you believe it? 7 years later, you guys are still listening to us, almost like you have nothing better to do. What's going on?
Same for us,
That's
though.
Well, I mean, this is our hobby. At least we've got an excuse.
We have the best excuse.
You were supposed to be
So,
here.
we are in of the 7th year, kicking off the 7th year of this podcast, and we're jumping straight into Game Face and telling you all about it. And it's a good time to jump in because we're actually in the midst, about 7 days into Friendly Feb, which is the event we run in February, where we're talking all about or play games that don't involve any violence because it's a friendly month.
No shooty shooty.
February,
No
the month of
shooty-shooty.
love. So no shooty involved.
Well, who has not shot a gun this month?
Me?
Really? Lee,
Yes.
you're impressive.
Why?
You've beaten Kyle already. Kyle's already lost.
It's not a competition.
Disqualified immediately. Is that what we're saying?
Challenge.
I'm impressed with you taking up the challenge.
I've been driving cars around in circles.
I need to get back into Forza.
Indeed,
well,
we all do.
Yes. No, I haven't been playing Forza. I've been playing something else, but I can get to that when we talk about. Unless you want to do Friendly Feb now, and then we can do the questions and do what we've been playing for over. I feel like
Indeed.
Friendly
Let
Feb
us-
should be last in order
No,
of
let us
games
jump
played.
straight into Friendly Fab. Let's kick off with Friendly Fab. So we're your hosts, Carl, Lee, and Simone. Welcome to the Xbox Cast. As you can tell, we are highly organized,
Mm.
always on time,
Mm.
and perfect each and
We're
every
producing
podcast.
as we go. That's what we're doing. Production meetings are happening live.
Well, I mean, this is
You're
what people
seeing
follow
how
us
the
for.
sausage is made.
Indeed. We keep no secrets from our fans. That's one of our mottos
That's
as
right.
of now.
That's right. I'll add that
That's
to
right.
the-
We even have an AMA. So
I know,
No
it's quite
secrets.
exciting. So, Mr. Lee, introduce yourself for anyone who might be new.
Oh, hello, new person. What are you doing here? I'm Lee Howard. What can I say? I'm Lee. I've been playing Xbox for way too long. I was actually listening to the Hog podcast, and they were talking about first games they played and wish that they had achievements, and then talk about games on PlayStation 2.
Oh, yes.
And I was like, I played the Commodore 64 in 1989 or 1988, and played the Lombard RSC Rally, followed by PGA Tour. PGA Tour was awesome because it had like 4 different voices. One was you've hit a tree, Jim. What was the other one? I can't remember. I always remember hitting a tree, Jim. That was what I remember because you hit the ball down and it hits a tree and goes, looks like you hit a tree, Jim. So good.
You've hit a tree, Jim.
Yeah, it was so funny. So I was like, okay, so I've been playing games for longer than those guys and a little bit.
Well, I
more
mean,
than those guys.
You're about twice their age anyway, so it makes sense.
I know, but I expected someone to be near me, but no. PlayStation 2, that was like
Yeah, I mean, that was just yesterday, wasn't it?
pretty much. I remember when it came out, but no, I don't really. But you know,
Yep.
yeah, quite funny. A new overlay, well noticed.
Well noticed indeed.
Thanks.
So,
to Carl.
Simone, do you want to introduce yourself to the new people?
Yeah, I am Simone. What are you doing here?
Noticing
No,
a
well,
pattern.
we need some consistency, that's all. What am I? I'm the token female of the group.
Got to have one. The gamer girl.
Yeah.
Do you uwu
Hashtag.
though or not?
Do I what?
Uwu.
Yeah, do you uwu?
What the heck is that?
Oh,
What?
clearly not a gamer girl if she
No,
doesn't uwu.
sorry. No, you just lost all credit.
No, I'm a gamer girl with a U. Girl. Those are the fake ones, right?
Uh,
Those are the ones that just have the face.
no uwus here.
No uwu here. No, hashtag no uwu.
Hashtag no uwu.
Okay. Well, that was a shock.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you don't actually know what uwu is, even though I know what that is. And I'm not a gamer
And
girl.
Lee's old, so
I'm really old, so, you know.
I don't spend as much time on the internet as you.
Oh, you can't miss it. It's
No,
everywhere. It's quite funny.
I don't know. So sorry, what is it?
Oh, it's like streamer girl thing, isn't it, that they do? It's like a stupid voice. Is it like an Asian kind of thing going on?
Oh, the young girl, the little girl voice.
no, it's like a Asian anime voice, and they go uwu.
Yeah.
Oh, so they actually say the words.
They literally
I think they say
uwu.
the words.
They do say the words, yeah.
Okay, this sounds like something Emily might have to teach me.
She probably does it. I suspect she does it.
Maybe.
And
Well.
Carl, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Carl. Welcome to the podcast. What are you doing here?
Emily knows what uwu is.
There we go.
Actually, we expect it on next stream, actually, Emily.
Ah, yes. So Emily's got to show us the uwu on the next stream.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a plan. So yes, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the chaos that is the Xbox cast with our highly organized unorganization. We are an Xbox podcast. We talk about nonsense. We're a funny first and factual second.
As it says in massive letters on the top right now.
Yes, indeed. We have a bunch of episodes. If this is your first, go back and listen to some better ones because we're a bit rusty today.
We're getting warmed up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done 300 and, was it 28 or something like that now?
Oh, it's ridiculous. We're almost at 400, I think.
What? Oh, okay. That was quick. I was supposed to do 70 a year now, so that does go a bit faster, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're doing almost 70 episodes a year. So you guys have a lot of content to catch up on if you're new.
A couple hours.
And if you're not new, welcome back. You know what you're in for, and don't complain you're not getting it.
No, don't complain when you get it.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump straight into Friendly Feb. Friendly Feb, like we said before, is the month of love. We play a game, a non-violent video game. We don't hurt digital flies. Puzzles, races, strategy games, games where you watch other people suffer, they all kind of count. Doom does not, unfortunately. But
Games where you take pictures of dogs.
yeah, games where you take pictures of dogs. Games where you are a dog. Either or.
Okay.
Sometimes you could even be a fish.
338 episodes we've done.
That's insane. I can't even fact check.
Hogwarts.
Oh, fantastic.
It's killing me, certainly Friendly Feb. I want to play Hogwarts. I want to play
Wow.
GoldenEye. There's so many games I want to play, but I'm like, nope.
Man, you're actually sticking to the challenge. I'm quite impressed.
Yes.
It's only day 7, Kyle.
I know.
At this
but
point, everyone should have stuck.
Shouldn't they, Kyle?
I have no excuse for my inability to follow along with this challenge.
I'm sure it's your idea, this challenge, as well. I'm pretty sure you invented
Yeah, I'm
this challenge.
sure it was. But, you know, just because I make the rules doesn't mean I have to follow them.
I'm a rule maker, not a breaker. And a breaker.
Yeah, see, I don't play by any rules, not even my own.
And Cooper, is it any good?
Tell us what you are playing, Mr. Lee.
Okay, so I've been playing The Grid.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yep.
I was very happy. They brought out a new DLC like 2 days before Friendly Feb.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I spent on, what day was it? Sunday? I think I did all but one achievement, basically. The new
nice.
achievements they added into it. The one achievement I can get is you have to get 1 million points worth on drifting. So all the rest of them are fine.
Aw.
So the first race is a drift down a hill, you're fine. Took the first go. Second few races, and it's all in the snow. That's the kind of big thing about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so interesting. Production value in this game is bizarrely good. So all the cutscenes are actually proper video of people acting, like actual actors. And even one of the actors is famous from something. I didn't realize this, but he's actually an actor from some TV show.
Oh, okay.
So they've gone full on, and they've got the guy stood there, and it looks like they're in a proper set. It's just bizarre the amount of effort they put into this whole thing. It is really strange. You watch the first one; they've literally got like a proper racing car wheel roll past at one point. So they've gone and borrowed proper set gear, and like just it's crazy.
That's really cool.
It is really cool, yeah. And I just watched the whole thing. I'm like, you've made that much effort. I'm going to sit here and watch these stupid cutscenes because you made that much effort. And they are really dumb. They're real cheesy, but you're kind of going, well, it's a racing car game, and they've made a real effort. So
That's
cool.
really
Amazing.
cool.
yeah, and they had like Destruction Derby was the first one, which is cool because you're just obviously smashing cars up. And they've had like the first one. Actually, the very first one is like you start off as a rookie, and you've got to win the seat, and then you win the seat, and then you've got to kind of help them win the championship and all this. So you obviously do, and it's quite fun. And there's a big accident at one point, and there's all these people someone gets a broken leg, and it's very dramatic. Then just Destruction Derby, which is fun because you're just smashing cars up. Then they have you play as it kind of goes back in time, and you play as the evil guy in the other game. The first round, the first lot of DLC, you play as those guys, and how they became how they became good. It's a really bizarre kind of like turnaround. And then the fourth one is snow, basically. So they just sprinkled snow everywhere.
I like
That's how
just-
snow works.
Yeah, I like how every racing game just kind of defaults to snow, and now there's snow.
I know. And I don't know how much difference it makes to the handling, but it's fun. Just fun to drive around in, and it looks pretty and all that. But they decided that drifting is good, and you know my opinions on drifting. And this game doesn't do drifting very well. But I managed to get through the story, and then I got all the achievements. I got to like beat the time, and there's one for getting under a certain time. There's one for driving around 200 miles in a car, which is really annoying because each lap is like 2 miles. And so you basically do 100 laps in a car for no particular reason. It's just pointless. It's like, why? Why 200 miles? Well, who thought that was a good idea? So you just sit there going around, and you have to do 80 laps or something like that. I think it's 80 laps you have to do.
Do you have to do it all in one go?
No, luckily, no.
Okay.
No.
So they're actually just expecting you to play the game.
Yeah, you just
Get
go
it
to the
naturally?
oval track, in the Indy 500 oval track.
Oh yes, and just drive around,
and drive around in
circles there.
circles in one car. Although to make it more fun, I did leave the damage on, which makes it slightly more fun. So if you hit something, and by the end of it, I had to keep turning right because I'd hit something on the inside. I was mucking around, and I was like, "Oh no, I'll go around here real fast." Hit a wall and damage the front of the car, and then the whole car was just pulling left the whole time. So my next last 10 laps were me driving right to go straight, and then letting the car drive itself around the corner because it's left hand. It's all left. Oval.
Yeah.
So the car drove
That's
itself around the
great.
corner, and then I turn against it to kind of go. Yeah, my lap times dropped by about.
So
8
an
seconds
oval
per lap.
turning left, you were going anti-clockwise.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Which is how it
that's
normally
weird.
goes. That's how it always goes.
that's weird.
Is it?
It isn't this one. On the standard indie track, it is.
Huh.
Definitely.
Is
Always
it
go
because
left.
you're on a left-handed drive car?
I don't think so.
Take that as a no, my love.
I think that makes absolutely no difference. Because you can do because they do it in Indy cars. Indy cars are single seaters, so that makes no sense.
Yeah, but I'm sure the seat is still kind of shifted a bit to the left and not in the middle.
In the single seater, no,
Yes.
it's right in the center because it's a balance thing, isn't it? That's why they have the Indy
That
cars,
makes
the Formula
sense.
One cars.
Yep.
Yeah, but Formula One's different to Indy 500.
No, it's not really. The Indy cars,
The
They were-
cars look different.
no, not really. They've got open wheel, aren't they? They're open wheel racers still. That's what you call them, Indy open wheel. You're not thinking of NASCAR, are you?
Maybe I'm getting confused with
Yeah, I
NASCAR.
think you need to. Do you do
Oops.
racing car games? Do you know racing?
I do Forza, and Forza has pretty cars.
So the last mission out of all the other ones, I think it's about eight or nine different achievements. Last one is doing 1 million points worth of drifting points. You know, like you do in Forza where you get points for skidding around.
Yep.
I got to 250,000 after about 10 goes. And I was like, no, this is really boring. I don't really care anymore. Because the track is really hard. It's a road track and it's really narrow.
Oh,
So
yep.
I can get 1 million points on. I've done it before and one accidentally mucking around on the track, which is a proper racing car track, because it's quite wide and it gives you a bit of like freeway, and you can the corners are long, so you slide. You can get kind of quite good multipliers on it. Basically, on this one, there's lots of straights, so you have to kind of get the multiplier going. But then on the straight, you've got to keep just drifting all the time.
Okay.
You can't just drive in a straight line because the drift time runs out and then it resets your multiplier, and then you got to start again.
Yep.
So
Man,
you're
that's
kind of going
annoying.
along, you get quite well, and then you're drifting on a straight bit because you have to, and you're not hitting a wall. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, and I've watched videos. One guy's like, you do this with a car, you set up this way, drive this car. Nah, it makes no difference. Yeah, 250,000, 190,000, 200,000. I was like, I just can't be bothered anymore. I don't care. So one achievement missing in that game, which is frustrating.
Oh, so Lee just can't drift.
I can't drift. I've never been able to drift though. Remember my complaints about Forza? I can never drift
Yep.
in Forza as well.
Yeah.
I don't understand how
So-
it works.
You're just gonna let it go?
Yeah, I think so. Unless they do something about fixing it and making it easier. Unless they kind of do something to it.
No,
Because
no, you know what you need?
0.03% of people have got it. Like, and no one's getting it.
No, but you know what you need, Lee? You need
Someone
one of
to do
those
it for me.
force feedback steering wheels with the pedals.
I have a problem with this. So there's a really cool. No, I do. So there's a really cool steering wheel come out in the US. It's a cheaper. What's it called? Is it Logitech make the really good ones?
Yeah, I think so.
They come out in the US. It's like $199, so like $175 US. So
Yep.
well, that's actually not. If they convert this to proper Kiwi money, I think it's like say $250, $300, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Come out. It's like an awesome. It's a really good, solid steering wheel, and it's not very expensive. Most of them are like $600. They start in US for something that good quality. Here it's $600 New Zealand. I'm like, and it's in EB Games. I was like, how is this $200 US steering wheel $600 New Zealand?
Oh, that's amazing.
Like, that's insane. I might as well buy a really high end one for $600. I might as well spend $100 because you can get high end ones at like $600. This is supposed to be a cheap one, but
For
it's not.
$600, you can pay someone to play the game for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Or just buy. And
You
what you do is you
could-
go to trade me and buy a second hand good one for $600. That's what you do.
You could.
Yeah.
Since Trevor is wanting to move to Australia, you should ask him to bring one across
bring
for
one
you.
across. Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, it really annoys me because I was like, well, if I could probably have a steering wheel, I'd probably find drifting easier because you obviously can steer slightly, not tap 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 when you're trying to do little steers. It actually just hold it in one position. But
Yep.
not $600. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, no. $600 is just taking the mickey, isn't it?
Yeah, but Cooper, I still don't believe you when you say conversion and taxes. I don't think $600.
Yeah. No, $600 is far too much money for that nonsense.
Yeah, I've seen it on live $200 US.
And if you pay for shipping from Amazon,
But how much? If it costs $50, like, it's not. It's still gonna be cheaper than $600, isn't it?
yeah, that's why I said just buy it online
buy it
from
on
Amazon.
Amazon. You can buy it. Not available.
Not even from like Aussie Amazon.
I don't know actually. No, it's a G125 or something like that, 129, something like that. It is. It literally came out about 4 months ago. To rave reviews of this is amazing. It's only $200. That was the reviews. I was like, oh, that's cool, but no.
Well, it's only $200 if you live in the right area,
If you
know
live
the
in the
right man,
country.
and you have green shoes.
That's correct. Yeah, maybe I need some new shoes.
Oh, Lee's just realised he doesn't own any green
I
shoes.
haven't got any green shoes. No, I used to
Well,
have green shoes. 124 it
that's
is.
your problem.
It's a 124.
Hmm.
It's a 124. I'm now confused. Anyway, it annoys me.
Yes, I can
Right.
imagine.
I wonder what it is. But anyway, I will not look for it now because that's going to be distracting. But yeah, it's a really good steering wheel and it's cheap, but not here.
Not here. Oh, that's a pity.
So Cooper, that's the point. So if you buy the G29, which is probably a good one for $400, why would you spend $600 on one that's come out but it's not as good as the G29? Like, that's the theory of it. It's supposed to be undercutting the G29, which is the older one, but good.
Oh well.
Oh well, that's my rant for the day.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's
that
Lee's
out
rant.
early.
That's his corner.
Straight
now.
in.
Yeah.
Straight into the
Get
rants.
in there early.
Yep, as one does. So
That's all I've
you've
been
got
playing,
one achievement
actually.
left in Drift. Is that?
One left in Drift, yes.
No.
Did
okay.
you? Sorry, I know I asked, but are you just going to let it slide?
I think so.
Dum-
No, can't slide it enough. That's
So good. I'm so proud of myself.
That
See,
was
the
such a
problem is I
good one.
missed it. That's the sad thing about it.
Yeah, you did.
So I've got 89 out of 90 achievements in this game.
Wait, did you? What was your answer, Lee?
Am I going to let it slide? Yes. I'm going to let it slide
Okay.
into the barrier. Yes.
Great. Go play something more fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I give it like an afternoon of playing it and went, I just can't bother anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
an afternoon, but, you know.
Life's too short.
But it's quite a good ratio though. 6,698 TA for 1,700 game score.
Man, okay. Did you buy this game? I keep forgetting how you got it.
I did buy the Deluxe thing, yeah. Well, it's actually on. So this game is on Game Pass or EA Play,
Mm.
Okay.
but all the DLC, obviously, you have to buy the DLC. And the Deluxe was like $20 or something. So it's a
Nice,
lot of
okay.
game for 20. I've put 92 hours into this game.
Yes, that's just a bit amount.
Yeah. I did most of it playing. That's the one I played against Tony.
Yeah. And did you beat Tony? I mean,
I
you've got
did.
one achievement left. Does she
I know,
have?
but I beat it the first time around, and she can't. She's got no chance to get a million. She's rubbish.
Oh, goodness, Lee.
She's in chat. Give
Sounds
me
like-
stick. I'm gonna give it back to her. Sorry.
I
Sounds
know.
like the challenge has been laid down.
You just need to be careful now because she will convince you to try and get that last achievement, and it's just not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. No, I want her to get this last. If you get this last achievement, I will too, Tony.
Is she all right with drifting?
She can't beat the time. There's one time challenge she can't win at.
Yeah.
So she can't do that one. And I managed to do it, but it took me like 20 or 30 laps. But I was talking to Kingsman at the same time. And I was just going around and around and around trying to get one lap perfect. And I think I beat it by like 0.7 of a second or something in the end when I finally did
wow.
it. It was so close.
Mm.
And
So-
it's a wall race one, like a street lap. So you can't make mistakes. You hit the wall.
So Tony just needs somebody interesting to talk to while she tries for it.
That's right. She just said I can't drift. Is Howard lowercase? It's true. Why am I lowercase, Kyle?
That's the way your gamer tag. You wrote
I
it,
know, but you
Lee.
could lie.
That's hilarious.
That's it. I'm
So,
done.
Liz, so you're playing Grid. After Grid, what's the next game that you're playing for Friendly Feb?
I don't know. I'm so torn now. I'm not sure because I had that list of games, didn't I? On
You
TA.
did.
Which I
Ask
probably
Twitter.
shouldn't.
Twitter's always there to
I
help you
do
decide
not
on things.
Trust Twitter.
Yes.
I
They
do,
are all dodgy.
except a few.
No,
Okay, fine. Since Lee's just decided
I'm
not
just
to.
saying nope.
Well, no, he's keeping us on the edge of our seats. We all have to come back now to find out what he's chosen.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. No, I don't know. I did think about playing Power Wash Simulator, but then I wasn't sure if I could be bothered because it's like a 100-hour like finished game or something. And can I be bothered to sit there for hours just painting, just washing?
It's very therapeutic, and you have lots of podcasts to catch up on.
I don't. I've listened to some podcasts.
Huh.
I've got no podcasts. That's the problem.
Well, luckily, we're going to be putting this one out soon.
Oh, you can re-listen to myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still do that?
I listened to a little bit of the special we did.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
I do listen to them sometimes, but no. I
No,
don't
no.
really.
I know you used to listen to all of them. And I just wondered
Yes.
whether you still kept that up.
No, because I was doing it to teach myself not to speak badly, speak proper. I was trying to get rid of my weird noises I was making, if I was making any. So,
Oh, amazing.
yeah.
So, Simone, what are you playing for Friendly Feb?
I will be jumping around a lot. However, I did spend quite a bit of time starting and playing Outer Wilds.
Ooh, okay.
Have you played this, Lee?
This is the time loop one.
Yeah,
No, I haven't played it now. I heard it's very good, though.
it is good. I'm not really sure if it's your type of game. And I'm still umming and ahhing about whether it's my kind of game. But it is interesting. It's not boring. That's for sure. So Wikipedia calls it an action adventure game, but I would describe it as an exploration mystery game.
Puzzler, isn't it, almost?
It's definitely got some puzzle elements in it. So the idea is you're this brand new astronaut, and you're just old enough now to go on your first solo mission, and you head off planet. And there's kind of a timer, which at first you don't realize exists, of 22 minutes. 22 minutes is how long it takes for the star to explode, and everybody dies. And then you wake up and you start the day again, but with the knowledge you've gained during that day. I've died so many times.
Does it skip conversations and stuff for you if you know the answers to it? Like you having conversations to work stuff out? Or do you just don't need the conversations anymore?
You don't need them anymore. So if I've met someone along the way, I don't really need to chat to them anymore unless I found some more info. But most of the info you're finding, you're kind of doing it by yourself.
Right.
So
okay.
there's not a lot of people you need to talk to. Most of the time, they're just giving you information. And when you talk to them again, they'll just give you the same info. Now, one of the novel things about the game is the way it presents the facts that you found so far. It's did you ever learn how to do a mind map at school?
God, yes, vaguely from years and years ago.
Did you, Kyle?
Yeah. Everyone knows what a mind map is.
Okay. So the way it presents the clues that you've found is kind of works on a mind map type of idea. So each planet has its own color, and then on that planet it'll have offshoots of what's there to explore and what you've found so far. So you can zoom into each one of those little mind map sections. It'll tell you what you found there, so it'll list your facts, but it'll also tell you if there's more to explore there or more to find. So you know whether you've ticked off everything in that little section there or not. And that's fantastic. I've never seen anything like that. It's great. That's probably one of the best parts of the game. So story-wise, yep, you head off on your first solo mission, but before you leave, you wander around the observatory, which includes a statue of this species that is much wiser than your own that went extinct, and nobody knows why. So you look into the statue's eyes, you see flashbacks or flash forwards, and that's when the time loop starts. So time worked fine until you had a look into the eyes of that statue.
Ooh, okay.
And yeah, then you head off on your missions, and every time you die, you start back on your home world and you head off again to find some more mysteries and answers.
How many playthroughs do you think it's going to take you to do this game? Is it 22 minutes in real time as well?
Yeah.
22 minutes real time for
But
the clock to reset.
most of the time I'm dying before the 22 minutes is up.
How are you doing that?
Oh, there are so many ways to die, Kyle. The amount of times I've jumped out of my ship and I forgot to put my spacesuit on and suffocate immediately. Often. So many times. Drowning is a horrible feeling. But being sucked out into space and gasping for air, that's the worst so far. I've crashed my ship.
I didn't even know you could do this.
Oh yeah, I think I've died every way you can. There's an achievement for dying within your first 10 seconds.
Oh, how do you
so you got that?
Yeah. Did I? I don't know. I'm not that stupid.
No.
So I'll describe one of the planets, which gives me the heebie-jeebies. The entire planet is predominantly underwater, and you have these water tornadoes that are whizzing around the planet as you wander around. And you can get caught up in them and flung back into space if you're not careful. Now, if you land on one of the islands that is above water, every 5 minutes or so, the water levels will rise so that you are submerged and you're weightless. Oh, no, hang on. Every 5 minutes or so, it will fling the islands into space or into space. So you become weightless and you have to scurry around and try and fit yourself into a rock or something so that when you come back down to the planet, you don't smack into the ground. Yeah, and I don't know if it's just me. I'd love to hear from other people that have played this, but the tornadoes flinging you up and you get completely disorientated. I find myself sitting on the couch going...
Is it first person?
It's completely first person. In fact, you don't even have a name.
Oh.
So you can play as yourself if you like.
Call yourself whatever you like.
Yeah, that's right. And so I think the purpose of the game is there's various mysteries to solve. One is to find out how this alien species died. And then, of course, to possibly, I think, stop the star from exploding.
Yeah, I think that's possible to do. I think that's the point. Kingsman's played it. Kingsman's played it. He said it's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say most people probably have by now because it was well, some websites had it as Game of the Year.
Game Pass anymore?
It came with games with gold.
Oh, really?
So you should have it.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was for some reason, I thought it was a what do you call it? A Game House game.
I think it might have been on Game Pass, but I remember when it came out,
Because it was
a
Confusion.
a mixer drop.
Oh, it was
So-
Confusion, wasn't it? Because it came out at the same time as the Outer
The
Worlds,
Outer Worlds. Yeah.
which I played that one. I didn't play Go for the Wilds.
Yeah, the Outer Wilds. Yeah. But it was a mixer drop. So it was one of the first things they did to get mixer kind of eyes on mixer was if you watched a stream for a certain amount, you could claim the Outer Wilds as a free game.
Why can't I find?
I
it through
recommend-
achievements?
Everyone give the game a shot just to find out whether it's your type of game or not.
It's not called
Hmm.
the Outer Wilds. It's called Outer Wilds.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
tricky thing.
30-hour finish ish.
If you are following a guide, I presume.
I don't know. This is 28 to 35 hours. So
Okay. I haven't been actually looking at any of the achievements, really. At the moment I've just kind of been getting them by accident. At one time there was a light in the distance and I thought, oh well, it's an exploration game. Let's just go
Let's
find
go
anything.
towards the light.
And as I whizzed towards the red light, I smacked into the satellite and it went flying. And I got an achievement.
Oh, nice.
And I have no idea what that satellite was for, but woohoo.
Not doing that anymore.
Nice.
So interestingly, only Kingsman's finished this game.
Oh, wow.
Kyle got bored, hey?
Yeah,
I-
Carl played 268 points out of it. Even Kingsman's not finished it completely. He's only got 17 achievements in it. He hasn't fully.
Right.
He's done 20 hours.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Yeah. McNulty. Shadow's played it a little bit, not as much as Carl. Beans is just behind Carl, and Cooper's even
Oh.
played it. No one's completed this game out of our lot.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well.
How weird.
You
So,
should give
yeah.
it a dash. It's very weird. It's a very strange game.
In what way?
In
Why
the,
haven't
the
you
whole
gone back
puzzle
to it?
aspect,
Why haven't you gone back to it? Is it just not very compelling, the gameplay?
oh, I got stuck where one of the planets has a black hole in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept thinking that if you jumped right, you could jump past the black hole and get flung, use its gravity to get flung to the other side of the inside of this planet. And I just kept falling into the black hole. And when you do that, the whole universe turns inside out. And then you have to just wait for the time to expire, or you go to a different world or something. But I got stuck in thinking that I had to jump past the black hole without actually thinking about any other puzzles to solve. So just got frustrated
Sounds
because
like
I
you got
kept
stuck
trying
in
to
a
just.
loop. Sounds like you got stuck in
Yeah.
a loop in a loop game.
I got stuck in a loop while in a loop game. I was doing a loop to loop.
Wow, you defeated the loop game
Yes, with my own loop.
with your own loop. Yep.
Man, now we know what the loop's weakness is.
Wow, well done, bro.
Thank you. I tried.
You smack your nose.
Oh no, I was scratching my nose.
Oh, if you do some sort of rude thing towards Carl.
No, sorry.
Any other
Sorry?
games? Just that?
Just that for now. I played a little bit of solitaire,
Oh, I did see you post about that. Yes, I think that's,
and that's it.
cheating.
Nothing. Yeah, it's an audio podcast. There's nothing to talk about regarding
Playing
solitaire.
cards. So, Kyle,
Yes.
can you please start the game you played that wasn't Friendly Feb?
No, that we're going to get to later. We're talking friendly Feb first.
But I feel like this is important.
It'll be important later. So
Okay.
don't worry. We're going to get there.
Okay.
My friendly Feb game is The Witness.
Ah, The Witness, which is the winner of the competition on Hog every week.
Yes, indeed. That's probably why it was forefront in my
I
mind.
know, it's been burnt into your brain.
It
Which,
has
which
indeed.
reminds me, I need to drop in a witness into the game of the guess the game thing. Just
Oh, yeah, you
Uh,
should.
But now-
challenge.
The Witness is one of
Wow.
Jeremy's favorite games.
Yes, I told him I was playing it and he got so excited.
And I got,
says-
why? Why would you do that? It says in the Hogs chat.
The Witness is an interesting puzzle game. So I was talking to Jeremy about it, and puzzle games I can take or leave. They need to have a good story, they need to have good puzzles, but the puzzles need to make it feel like you're progressing. And Jeremy
Yeah.
said The Witness has been the best game where he's had aha moments. So he would sit, work out puzzles and have aha. And he goes, near the end of the game, he sat with a notebook and he was making notes about some of these puzzles.
That sounds a very Jeremy thing to do, though.
It does, but it also sounds pretty exciting. Don't you want to play a game where you're sitting with a notebook and you're making notes?
No.
That's the most exciting thing about playing games is making the notes.
No, but then you were a person that played, what was that space game with the spreadsheets?
Eve Online.
Eve Online, yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh, yes, he did. Good. Yeah, good point.
A great game. So yeah, The Witness. Beautiful looking. My word, it's a fantastic looking
that's
game.
interesting. Okay.
It drops you onto an island, and then you have to solve a puzzle to get out of your spawning area, and you have to solve a puzzle to get past the next area. And it's just a string of puzzles. I don't know what's going on yet. Why am I on the island? Why does the island have puzzles? And where's the electricity coming from? I have no idea.
How many hours have you put into this game? Are you at the very beginning, do you feel?
Yeah, I'm very much at the very beginning. I've probably put about 3 hours in total only into this game.
Okay.
Because, and I'll tell you why, because I remembered I was also in the middle of playing another game, which also could count for Friendly Feb, that I hadn't finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
And continue.
And it starts with M and ends with Autality.
Oh. There's
And
death
guess
in that
what?
game, though, isn't there?
Well, you don't cause the death.
No, true.
You just watch the death
Just watch
happen.
it. Yeah.
And I finished the story for Immortality.
Oh, so it's completable.
It is. You get a story, but you still have no clue what the heck is going on.
Okay. Because I was listening to Hog talk about it, and Matt had finished it and done all the stuff, and he said it's actually everything is linked. You just don't know
Yeah.
how until the end. He said, but it is all the stories are actually linked together.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, because we've spoken about this off podcast.
He also said, I need to talk to someone about this, which is the same opinion we've all had about this game. Like, we need to talk about this game.
Yes, we need to talk to someone about it.
Yeah.
I remember off podcast, I had a theory about the game.
Mm.
And
it true?
when I finished it, I think it's true.
Okay. You said, I think, though, so I'm not
Yeah, how
100%.
come you're not sure?
Yeah.
Because this is the interesting thing about the game. Once you have as much footage as the game deems necessary for the story to complete, in inverted commas, the game ends. You end up with the last cutscene, and then you get the credits, and then you get the achievement for completing the game. You don't actually need to have all the cutscenes and all the footage from all the movies. You just need to reach a certain percentage.
I feel like I've spent a long time in that game, like hours.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Am I
Yeah.
quite close to the end then, do you think?
Maybe. So you have to remember when you play footage and then the controller vibrates and you pause
Yes,
and you rewind and
yes.
then you get the other footage.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to blow your mind.
Uh-oh.
If you pause the footage that you're watching, the rewinded footage, if you pause that and rewind that, you get more footage.
Ah, okay.
So you get the movie scene, your controller vibrates, you pause, you rewind, and then you get like a scene superimposed on top of the other scene. And it's like all very creepy and it's got different actors in it and they talk into the camera.
That woman with the short hair.
Yeah, the one with the short hair.
She's
Now,
freaky.
once you have the superimposed scene, pause that, rewind again, and you get another imposed scene on that, like another superimposed
That
scene.
hurts my brain.
And that tells you a different story. And then it goes even deeper because there's a couple times where you have to pause that and rewind that to end up with a completely different
that
scene
on
where the
every
woman's actually
single-
talking to the camera.
Is that on every single black and white one or just a couple?
Just a couple.
And how do you know that they have this weird fourth line of story?
So when the controller vibrates initially to tell you to rewind, then there's a noise in the rewind footage, like a music note that tells you can rewind further.
Okay.
And then when you pass the music note, there's something else. There's something else in the superimposed scene that you look for to tell you can rewind further.
Wow. Okay.
So, but you, first time, it was just a fluke for you, was it, Carl?
Yes, because I was like, "What's up? This music makes no sense. There's this ping. Why is it pinging?" So I paused it to try listen to the ping, and I just kind of had to rewind a bit to get back to the ping, and then the footage changed, and I was like, "Oh." So then I rewinded a bit further, and then I noticed that in the new footage I unlocked, there was something, because it's always in black and white or sepia.
Yeah.
And there was something, I think, in color. And I was like, stopped. I was like, wait, why is this in color? Let's rewind and see what that does. And then I got to the next superimposed footage where the woman actually talks to you. It blew my mind. I was like, oh, whoa, this is a game within a game within a game.
Within a game. It's like 4
It's
levels of
insane.
game.
Yeah. And then I started looking up trivia about this game. They shot 3 full movies with all the behind the scenes just for this game.
Yeah. So
Oh,
cool.
wow.
It's so cool. I love watching the behind the scenes. I think they're the best bit of the whole game. Because you see
It's
them do the behind the scenes, and then you watch them actually do it, and when they're acting it later on, when you've forgotten about it, you go, I remember this scene. And you kind of watch them actually do the scene after reading it. It's like so good.
Yep. But yeah, if you have a look, the movies, each movie is actually on IMDb as a standalone movie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're very good movies, but it's interesting.
Oh, no. I think they're not meant to be good movies, but
True,
it's still
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So I got a bit distracted with Immortality when I discovered that it was a friendly Feb game, and I could actually try and
Oh,
see
that's
what the
good.
heck's going on.
That's good. I might do that as well. I left it installed to go back to at some point. So
So yeah, have a look. Go into like the ones that you know where there's the superimposed footage and you get the weird scenes, and just listen. You'll as soon as you hear the music, you'll know. You'll be like, this is out of place.
okay, that's interesting. That's really cool. So because you can go back and view anything, can't you? Once you've seen them.
Yeah,
So even the weird superimposed ones, you can go back and view again as well.
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so it's very cool.
It is a very cool game. Yeah.
So
I think we should get
from
Matt
puzzle-
on do a spoiler cast about it.
I think we should. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I might try and
definitely. I'm
finish it
keen
and
to
we can
hear
do
his
that.
thoughts.
Yeah. Because he literally said, "I finished it. I need to talk about it." I was like, yep, "I hear you, bro. I understand what you're saying.
Yep, I was like, I'm with you. We
Yep.
all have to talk about it.
We need to talk
We all
about
have to
this."
debrief.
Yes. What the heck?
So yeah. So that's my friendly Feb, and that's my excuse for why I'm not very far in the witness, apart from other excuses, which we will come to later.
I think you should continue.
No, we've
need
got
to-
questions from the audience.
Oh, but I want to find out what you've been playing naughtily.
Well, we're getting to that.
Naughtily.
Naughty.
We now take this break to go to questions from the
Questions
Peanut
from the
Gallery.
audience. I like questions from the audience. I think it's good.
Yeah, no, it's very good. If you guys have questions for us, jump into our Discord and drop questions in, and we'll answer them on the
And
podcast.
you tweet at us as well, though. Just tweet at the
Oh, yeah.
XboxCast or leave a comment
Tweet
in
at us.
the in YouTube. You can leave a comment in the comments. Comment in the comments. A question in the comments is probably better.
Yeah, probably a comment on the questions would be much harder
Yeah,
to
comment
do.
in the questions.
Yeah,
Clear that up
give us your questions.
in the comments.
So, kicking us off, we've got Isaac with his fantastic questions. He always asks the best
He
questions.
does.
He says, which of your events this year are you looking forward to the most? He's looking forward to the achievement challenge, even though he lost last time.
No.
Thanks for the show. Thanks, Isaac. Thanks for
Cheers,
your
Isaac.
question. So, do you want to go first, Simone? What event are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I think it's no secret that I'm also looking forward to the April Achievement Challenge. I'm really looking forward to the team aspect of it because you don't get to pick your teams. You are put in a team based on the country you live in. And so, I don't know, country versus country is exciting. I think of it like the Olympics. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Isaac's sake. I know he said he lost last time, but no one really cares. They only look at the winners, so it's fine. But he will be in the American team now that he's moved from Japan.
Yep.
So his team's not going to do badly.
No, definitely not.
And the other thing I've been mulling over is that I would like to present the statistics live as I update them using something like Power BI or Tableau.
Oh, yes.
So have an actual page, go to our website, we'll have a page for the achievement challenge and everyone can watch their stats go up instead of me posting a screenshot once a day.
Yep. It might make it easier
Yeah,
for
no,
you if you
that'll
can
be
just do
great.
like copy and paste numbers and drop it into a spreadsheet that does something in the background. That might make it easier for you as well.
That's right. And I mean, that's how I did it last year. It was all in a spreadsheet. And the only thing that's changing now is it's more up-to-date data because I'm putting it in.
Big data. That's what we're doing.
Oh,
No,
like
it's
big
still
data.
small data.
It's Power BI. It's big data.
It's cute. I know. It'll probably be Tableau because I think we have to pay Power BI if we want it to be public, but Tableau is free.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll check with Ducky on that one because he's my man. He's my data man.
That
He's your
sounds
daughter,
amazing.
man.
I'm excited for
That'll be
that.
great.
So yeah, some pretty graphs there, and maybe if we can see a use case for it, we could make use of the map data. You guys have seen that before.
That'll be
As
very
long
cool.
as there's a slidey thing I can slide left and right, I'm okay. That's all I want. Just
What do
something
you
I
want to
can
slide
move.
left and right for?
I don't know. Maybe I can go back like to the 5th day of the month to find out how I was doing,
Oh,
and then go back to the 8th day of the month. That sort of slide.
retrospective data.
so I
Oh,
can
you're one
see
of those users. Okay, no promises on retrospective data.
One of those users, yes.
No promises. I really don't like those questions. Can we get data from the 5th of January? No.
No.
Our data's all alive.
Yes, for now. What are you talking about? But if
Well,
you have a
then,
slidey
okay.
thing, you can just slide it, and then you can kind of see the graph moving back and forth in an exciting manner.
Yeah, that'd
Well,
be very cool.
We'll
Yeah.
see. I was kind of just imagining we'd continue to do a line graph.
Yeah, but then you have a line underneath. You can move the dates, and it'll move the line graph back and forth. My mind's.
But a line graph still has historical data.
Yeah, but I want it to move it.
You want it to move. You want
Yeah.
it to like disappear and then
Yep.
reappear.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll think about it. A line graph too, obviously, for what country's winning.
Or there you go. See. Yeah. Or maybe
Yep.
a button to kind of change the. I don't know. Something interesting. Some button somewhere. Or slidey.
Yeah,
thing.
we'll have to see. I've never used BI much. I'm generally a raw data person, so I've got a little bit of learning to do. But Ducky plays with Tableau for fun, so I'll be picking his brain a bit, perhaps.
The easiest thing to do is just put a button there that just says button for Lee. And when it clicks, it just pops up with a new screen that says Lee is the winner.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I'll
yeah.
try.
Or a
I'll
button
try
that
it.
says "Don't press" or something as well. One of the buttons. Do not touch this button.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I think it's going to be good fun, especially New Zealand versus Australia.
Oh, yes.
I know there's going to be a lot of Americans that aren't participating this year. However, don't forget that we include walking numbers, and we have a postie in our midst, and he's American. So American's not going to be out of the race completely because that man walks like 20,000 steps a day.
Yeah, it's insane.
So yeah. So it'll be good, those 3 countries. And I'm looking forward to seeing the little countries as well. Like we'll be having Great Britain there.
Croatia.
And we'll have Slovakia there.
Slovakia, not Croatia.
Yeah.
And Canada, maybe, Matty.
Yeah, come on, Maddie.
Possibly, if he's not in the army.
That's true. They'll give him a boat. I'll have a sea one or something.
That'll be hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, Cooper's asking if Kyle and I will be listed in Australia. We will.
Yeah.
Yes, it is country of residence.
Yeah.
Country of residence. That's right. Otherwise, we could do country of birth, which would be interesting because we'd have 2 under South Africa. Lee, you'd be part of Great Britain.
Traitors.
I don't know. We will ask the patrons, shall we?
Maybe we could do both. There you go. That'll confuse you.
We could.
Then
We
we
could.
buttons
It would just be. It'll be a bigger diversity of countries if we do country of birth. But we'll see. We'll see.
Actually,
see
because
how it
Matty's
goes.
Aussie as well, isn't he? So
That's right.
Yeah, it is Aussie.
That's right.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
okay, cool.
Well,
We'll have a think. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you guys think.
indeed. Lee, what are you looking forward to?
So what occurred to me is we should actually tell people what they are.
Ah, yes, of course.
That's a good idea.
That's a fantastic idea.
So I'm just going to bring them up so I don't miss any of them. But
Yes. So,
So I'm going to go
as
to the
everyone
website.
knows,
On the website,
it's
there's a thing called
really
event
good.
calendar.
Yes, there is.
Xboxcast/events. Sorry.
So I was
Okay,
just gonna say, as everyone knows, it's Friendly Feb in February, where you play friendly games,
Yep, no Doom.
no Doom. Then we have the April Achievement Challenge, which is through April. And there's 4 separate competitions that tend to run through April concurrently. There's your Get the Most Gamer Score. Just play all the Barbie games, play all the Paw Patrol games, just add to your
Baby
gamer score.
games for the win.
30,000 gamer score in a month. You guys can do it.
I've done
Then
it in a
there's
week,
the-
so it's really easy.
Yeah, no, it's a bit insane. Then there's the most achievements. So who can get the most achievements in the month? Then there's the step one.
Oh,
So
yeah, and
whoever,
TA. Don't forget the TA score as well. That's always an interesting one, or like ratio or something as well.
oh yeah, the
That's
TA
right,
ratio. So who gets the best TA ratio over the month? There's the step one. And then this is the fifth one, is the team challenge. So that one will be, would it be gamer score? Or would it be achievements one? Which one would that be, Simone, for the country? Or would it be for all? So Australia could win the most achievements, but say
Play all the
US
baby
can win
games.
gamer score.
That's a lot of graphs, and it'll only appeal to people who love graphs.
That's why you need
I'll
presents.
be simplifying it. The team one will be the overall score, so we'll be putting ratio, gamer score, steps all into one, and that's what your team numbers will be.
Okay,
APS2, fat boy. Why are you shouting, bro?
that'll be cool. And then we have, after April, we've got back to your backlog. And this year, we've changed things up. Before, we used to have 2 months of back to your backlog, one where you would continue a game that you've started, and one that you would start a game where you have not started, but it's been looking at you in your backlog and crying out and just wishing for some love. We've now combined the two into 1 month, into June. So during June, dive into your backlog. Have you started a game? Have you not started a game? It's up to you. You guys choose what your backlog is, and the whole idea is you just get into that game and you just clear it out. And then new for this year, during August, we have the Patreon pick, the patron pick. So our patrons will get to nominate a game that they want us to play, and then they have to talk to the other patrons because they'll be voting on it. So they'll have to convince their fellow patrons to vote for a game to get us to play. Everyone can play a different game, so Simone doesn't have to be nominated for the same game I am. But essentially, we can just be, Carl, you want to, like Kingsman will probably nominate Breath Edge for me, and then it's up to him to convince everyone around him to vote for Breath Edge for me to play Breath Edge. So this is the patron pick. You guys get to choose what we play.
I am slightly scared.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I am both excited and scared. And that's in August. That's new for this year. And patrons start at $1 a month. So, I mean, you could sign up for August, nominate a game, get us to play this great, brilliant, or horrible game. And then afterwards, it'll be worth your $1.
And cancel your subscription, yeah.
And then October, we always know, is the scary month of the year. So we do Terratober. Everyone plays a bit of a scary game. Makes you a little bit nervous, makes you sweaty maybe, makes you want to play during the day. Any game that gives you chills. And then during December, we normally do our Game Awards show. But that's not a real event that people take part in, apart from the people telling us what they've played. Because
no, they do. Because we give them the
apart from the
questions.
survey.
We give them the
'cause we
questions
give
and they
the-
answer, and we pick the best answers, don't we?
Yeah,
Or
we give
interesting
everyone
answers.
a survey based on their games of the year, and based on the best answers and the best reasons, it makes it into our Game of the Year podcast.
Do you think we're going to do any special events this year? Like last time we managed to do a monthly, like what was it, a Cyber March we did?
Yeah, Parch Monk,
Parch Monk?
something like that. Yeah, Cyber March, or where we played Cyberpunk in March.
Hmm.
It depends.
Interesting if any games coming out this year, which is what we were trying to drop in as
Yeah,
some random thing to do.
maybe there'll be Starfield May.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
September.
be surprised.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or, Diablo June.
That would be nice, actually. Yeah, or maybe
I-
just Activision June or something. Like
I prefer the idea of RPG June.
RPG June.
Oh,
Yes,
RPG June.
RPG June.
RPG June.
July.
RPG June.
Yeah.
No, we'll see what games pop up and what interesting things pop up during the year, whether we do any special events.
What about Japanese July?
Oh,
Just-
that'd be a good game. That'll be a good month, actually.
That'd be
Get
good
Lee-
fun.
Force Lee to play some Japanese games.
You could actually finish Persona.
Wow. I played a Japanese game last year. I played that cool black and white game.
Oh, yes, you did too.
Hmm.
Lee knows what
And
he's on about.
completed it as well.
Oh. So, with that all sorted, with those events all listed, what event are you looking forward to, Lee?
I don't know. See, I would say achievement challenge because I always enjoy beating you. But I'm quite tempted to say back to the backlog because I do like completing my games. I've played so many games over the decades That would be nice to actually finish some games up. I think I have to go for that one. I'm scared by Patreon pick, if I'm honest, because I feel like it's going to be trolled by somebody, and they're all going to go, "Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, let's vote for that," and it'll be just some horrible game that. Oh no, we'll buy it for you as well. I was like, "Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks."
Yeah, Barbie's first adventure or something.
No, it'll be some stupid long game, horrible long game, like Fable 2 or something like that. They'll say, oh, that kind of.
Fable 2?
Yes.
That will be good fun for you to play.
Really,
Lee, to be honest, most people love Fable.
Fable's great, and it's English.
But it's a bit weird, though.
It is British.
It's weird.
Most people love it, so I wouldn't be hesitant if I was you.
Okay.
I just wasn't a fan.
Okay, I've heard
Like a super
I've
not
heard
fan.
interesting stories about it. That's all. Not just from you, but general reviews of up and down on it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
you could play Fable 3. That might be better. The controls may not be as clunky as
But this
Fable
is the
2.
problem. You see, they would go. But they'll bring. What was that one that came out? The Fable that came out that everyone ignored. There was one that came out. There was one that came out after Fable 3. I think it was like a. What was it? I don't know. It was horrible. But what they'll do is they'll be. Oh, this is hilarious. We'll make him play that game. So they won't play the good one. They'll make him play with the worst one of the lot of a series. They'll go, oh, this is a really good series, but you can play Dark Souls 3.
How about now until August? You just suck up to the patrons.
Yep.
Just start being real nice to them.
What? Well, that goes against my nature. I can't do that.
Well,
I feel like it's a hate thing we have going on with the Patreon. I don't feel like it's a.
Oh man.
Anywho, yeah. So I think back to backlog was always fun to go back and actually finish some games you started, like Mass Effect games and stuff like that. I see Mass Effect there. I was like, I haven't actually completed Mass Effect. OG Mass Effect. I haven't finished the first one.
Oh man.
Would be
Yep.
good to
No,
crack
got to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flip. Cool.
Coffee every day, Lee.
what was your answer, Carl?
He hasn't answered. He
I'm
just
trying
did
to
the
think.
read off.
It's between back to your backlog and the patron pick, I think. I'm quite excited to see what the patrons pick for us and to see their negotiating skills with each other, because that'll be really funny.
They're so much like trolls, aren't they, those guys?
They will troll it up and it's going to be hilarious. But back to your backlog, I think, is going to be really good because it's a good opportunity to think about what you're wanting to play, dive in and go, man, I've always wanted to start this game that I bought 2 years ago, or I always wanted to get an excuse to get back into Monster Hunter World or something silly. And it's just fantastic fun to just jump in.
So Carl, we've heard Lee's answer, but what do you think the patrons would pick for you?
Well, I don't know. I think that would be Trolley. They would look for a game that's either very long or very bad.
Or both.
Or both.
Okay. It's interesting because I'm almost certain the patrons will pick, for me, either Stardew Valley or The Sims.
Ah, yes. But they do like your stories. That's why.
Yeah. So I'll be lucky. I think I won't be trolled.
I think you're too trusting the trolls.
Yeah, no, I think everyone loves Simone. So they'll be nice to her. But when it comes to Leah and me, they might just be a bit trolly.
So PS2 Fatboys just joined our Discord for the first time somehow.
Oh, thank you.
Hey.
Hi, Fat Boy.
Not going to be Fat Boy for much longer with all those workout streams he's doing.
What do you have to rename
losing
yourself?
weight.
PS2 Finboy.
Super impressive. Sorry, I spoke over you, Lee.
I just said PS2 Finboy. That's all I said.
It's very good.
Emily's just reminded the fellow patrons that Simone hasn't played Skyrim.
I forgot you knew that.
So there you go. See, they're trolls.
That's true. I haven't played
Be
Skyrim.
trusted.
They are not to be trusted. No, I don't know why we're giving them this power, but we are. We clearly have not learned from any of our past mistakes.
No, exactly. It wasn't even my idea. It's actually Simone's idea. So if it does backfire on Simone, that will be hilarious.
It was Kyle's idea.
Oh, was it? Oh, you just played the achievement
wasn't.
challenge. That's right. It was Carl's idea.
Let's move on to the next question. Let's not play the blame game. No one is to blame for this idea.
No.
That's okay. When August comes closer, I'm going to say, okay, here's the amount of hours I generally spend gaming. Do with that information what you like.
And then people go, here is a 400-hour game.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
They don't care.
I know.
They don't care.
Okay, I spend 3 hours gaming a week.
They don't care.
Fine, pick anything. I'll play it.
You
That's
might
not
get
quite
out of the
true.
starting city in Skyrim then.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't really want to play Skyrim only because it's old. And
not
those
old.
old.
There's a new
It
one
is
that came
old.
out. No, there's a new one. They updated
2011,
it.
Lee. 2011.
2011. Isn't there
And
an Xbox One version or something?
the only game I've played that's old that I've enjoyed is The Witcher. But I just find old games to be real clunky with the controls.
Wow.
So if
It
the
can't-
new versions,
How can it be that bad if it's still in the charts after like 30 years?
nostalgia.
Yes, waste of time. Nostalgia.
It's still
Yep.
winning.
That's fine. That's fine. Emily, you're a patron. I will absolutely listen to your opinion.
Yeah, see, Emmy's right. It's been re-released 10 times. How can it be bad? It's a winning formula.
Amazing. So let's move on to the next question, which is, what's a gaming challenge you're giving yourself to complete this year? Mr. Lee.
I don't know. So I was talking to Kinsman about this, and I think we did talk a bit about it on the event we did. What was it called? The beginning doing January. Finishing 2 games and starting 1, or finishing a game and starting 1. Do something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
my backlog
finish 2,
is
start 1.
ridiculous.
See.
So I need to complete some
Yes.
games. I've got all these stupid baby games. I've kind of done 80% of them. And I've got the last 2 challenges to do, and I'm like, I just can't bother, and I walk away. But actually, if I just finish it, then the game's complete, and then I can kind of, go, all right, I've completed this game, and then move on with my life and play something else.
Yeah, it's no longer sitting there taunting you.
That's right, yeah. I've left a few games installed, literally, because I've got 2 achievements left. I'm like, I'll go back to that at some point, and then it just sits there. And because it's only like a 500 meg or something, it's a real small game, it just sits there.
Yep.
Yeah. I have quite a few games like that.
Okay.
So what about you?
My gaming challenge this year? I don't think I have one apart from try and complete Cyberpunk before Starfield.
Oof.
Don't forget there's a little DLC coming out for that as well, just to annoy you.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't you
just
try
to
finishing
annoy
that
me.
before the DLC comes out?
Because the DLC is coming out tomorrow. It feels like tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not
Pressure's
tomorrow,
on.
tomorrow. Yeah, it is. You've been playing that game for like, what, March last year?
Yeah, I know. It's going to come up to a year soon, and I'm still loving it. So it's a good excuse. So probably finish Cyberpunk. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really have gaming challenges to give myself because I like playing new things. I like the shiny.
Well, you can just start new games.
I like starting new games. Started a whole bunch in January.
Did you? Immortality.
So good. So Simone, what's a gaming challenge for you this year?
I've been trying to come up with the words, but my gaming challenge for this year is to successfully therapize myself into not caring about achievement percentage or finishing games and choosing to play new games and experience new games more. But the hard part is not caring about
It doesn't
that
matter.
percentage.
It's okay.
I know it is. But it's not getting easier. I still have to tell myself that it doesn't matter. Yep.
I played 101 games last year or something.
I saw that. That's great. Isn't it annoying that you played 101?
I know. I played 100, and it finished. That finished perfectly on the end of the year thing. There was 100 games,
Yep.
and then what came out? Something came out, and I was like, oh. I had to
Oh,
play it.
so you knew you did it on
Yeah.
purpose?
Oh yeah,
You,
yeah.
well,
I got to
you knew.
100 on the end of the year games award thing we do, and that was brilliant. And then that finished, and I was like, right. And then this new game came out. I was like, right, I'm gonna play this game now. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's okay. What happens after the end of the year episode doesn't
really happen.
count.
That's right.
No, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's fun though because you just start games. You just start games. You just
It
go,
is.
That's cool, and just start playing it. It's fine. It's okay.
Honestly, the starting new games part is I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
The part I'm struggling with is not finishing games, choosing not to finish games.
But that's the thing though. So it doesn't matter if you start 3 games, but you can always go back to the first game again and finish it.
Yeah, in theory, but I know that I
Really,
won't,
just keep
and
going,
it's coming
yeah.
to terms
Yes.
with knowing that I won't.
What's
yeah.
killing me is I want to play GoldenEye. I want to play. I'm actually so tempted to buy Hogwarts. Like it's killing me. Not. I've got money in. I've got like vouchers, which I can just literally go and buy it for like $30 or something. I'm like,
Yep.
But I'm not going to. I was like, no, I'll wait until February. And actually, I'll see if all the reviews come out and wait for it. Actually, if it's really buggy, that will give it 3 weeks to sort the bugs out.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see what the guys in the Discord talk about.
Yeah,
But
I've
that-
been watching videos of it as well and going, I don't care for Harry Potter, but man, it looks good.
It's amazing, isn't it? There's that other game that came out, what was it called?
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. Looks amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
wanted to jump into that
I want to
game.
play that, but I don't think it's friendly.
No, it's not a friendly game at all.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of games that have come out, and then obviously Age of Empires 2 came out on console. So that would be cool to play as well. But that's not friendly because you know.
Yep. No, you're fighting
Kill
other
things with
people.
elephants and stuff like that.
I must admit, every February, I'm reminded how violent all our games are.
Someone has to die.
Someone always has to die, and usually by my hands.
That's right.
But that's why I'm playing Outer Wilds. The star blows up and kills everybody, but it's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. No, you're trying to help.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back
I
and
haven't
play
killed.
High on Life as well, but I can't. I've got all the chests to complete.
Yeah.
But I can't really because you have to kill stuff at the same time. I was like, I want to go back, but I can't do that. So this game's been sat there looking at me.
We're 1 week down, 3
Yeah,
weeks
it's
to
fine.
go.
Yeah. I've actually worked out what I'm going to play next as well.
February is a short month.
Yes,
That's true.
it's why we chose February, because it can
can't
only
be friendly
last
for
28
too
days
long.
without
It's
murdering something.
Shooting someone in the face. I'm going to play the Grand Tour. Kingsman reckons is really good because it's actually the Grand Tour TV series. You kind of watch it. You watch them do the episode, then you drive the car they talk about.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
And then you watch them do the episode, and then you drive. And it's literally like each one's 20 minutes or something. There's like, say, 5 episodes, and you just watch them and play them and drive the car at the end of it, do challenges
nice.
and stuff. I was like, oh, that sounds real fun.
Oh, neat.
It says it's really cool, so I'll do that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. I'll try not to run anybody over while I'm doing it.
Last question from the audience for tonight is from Hippo, who used to be part of our podcast until he decided to get a life and moved on to Christchurch.
There's a reason he asked this question because I did a podcast with him last night. I did a stream with him last night.
Oh, yes.
We've
I
been
was
doing
there.
the rando stream. So have you seen the Fantasy Age stuff that he's done? You popped into it yesterday very briefly, didn't you?
Yeah, so it looks like it's D&D, top-down D&D things.
Yeah, so it's online. Everything's online, which is perfect. So he's drawn all these maps and got all the stuff he's been designing, and it's all done very simply, like the actual attacking everything. You have a character there, and say you want to attack something, you have the axe, and then you click on attack, and it rolls the dice for you.
Oh, cool.
And then if you hit, which is already kind of built in, the character that you're attacking has already got all. You select the character so it knows what you're attacking. It then automatically works out whether you hit or miss, and then you hit the button for how much damage you do, and then it works out how much damage you do as well. So the whole thing's automatic.
Oh, that's cool.
So what we've decided, we've done like 4 now, and we start off with no characters whatsoever. We roll 2 random characters, so it's called the Rando podcast or Rando stream. We do 2 random characters and let them fall as they fall.
Yep.
So they literally just roll. We might swap one achievement around, one ability around. If it's a rogue and it's really not a rogue because it has to have we just change all the change numbers around a little bit. But everything's random. The whole thing, all his abilities are random. His race is random. His clothes he's wearing, everything is completely random. And then we just go right. And then when we did the first one, Tony was in the chat room. We're like, okay, we need something to do. She says you should go into a house. We're like, okay, and there should be a unicorn. We're like, okay. And we're like,
Good one,
okay.
Tony.
Yeah, good one, Tony. And then she's like, oh, and then we couldn't work out what to do. I said, well, let's have some goblins have stolen a unicorn, and the mission is to go and get the unicorn. So simple as that. So we literally went in there, and I had a thief and a mage. And the thief was actually really good for some reason at being thiefy. Like rolling everything he did, like sneak up to window, rolled a dice, rolled 20. I was like, But he's really bad at fighting. And every time I fight, he missed all the time. So it was brilliant. Like I was sat there and bloody Paul kept rolling like criticals all the time against me, and it was all just chaos. But it's like normally go for like 2 hours, and they're just real fun because there's no kind of planning. It just happens. It's just random. It's random. It's literally random. Yeah. So we did one yesterday, which was a bit more sort. He actually said, right, I've actually got a story sorted out this time, but we're still going to roll random characters, and then hope that they kind of work out. So we had a fighter and a rogue. And the fighter was really bad. His role was so bad. We were like, okay, let's make him into a tank, a dumb tank, because it was just he was really struggling with everything except hitting things. So okay, let's just max him out as a tank. And the rogue was really good at kind of being a rogue. Like had really good stuff. So okay, this could work out quite well, as long as the rogue doesn't get attacked too much, then the tank can actually just hit stuff, like just stand there. And we did most of the mission, like 2.5 hours took us to do the whole thing. But we stream it, and it's
wow.
cool. It's just us talking, and you actually see on the map what's happening. So you have one side
cool.
is the rolls and the hit points and all that sort of stuff, and the other side is 2 characters. So you can kind of see what the characters are called on the other side. It's cool. It's real fun. I haven't done D&D for quite a while, so it was quite fun doing it the first time. I was just trying to remember, and then getting into it and actually coming up with stuff when you sat there. Because I was actually having my conversation with 2 characters at one point last night. They were talking to each other about stuff, which is funny. So I was talking to myself at some point. It's real cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's definitely worth picking up if you don't know anything about like D&D. You just because it's good to we start from scratch. It's actually quite interesting because you literally learn how to roll a character, and then kind of find out how just to start games off and kind of get into it. Because Paul's also he's such a good games master.
Yeah, he is.
He does all
He's
the
very
voices.
good.
He's so good. He does the voices, and he's just real quick as well. Like he knows kind of what to throw at you and what to kind of. And if I'm going okay, so how can I confuse him? So I'll just start asking. Okay, so if I did this, what would happen? And just kind of throw random curveballs at him to try and work out, what interesting stuff I can get out of it. And it's sometimes to like go, okay, so what I'm gonna do is this, and then I roll a dice and get 20. He's like, okay, and then he's got to work out some way of kind of giving it like something interesting out of it. It's awesome. It's so fun.
So Lee, just for the listeners, what is Hippo's Twitch name?
Hippo HQ.
Hippo HQ.
Hippo HQ. Or mine, Lee Howe 25, my Twitch. It's on there as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I'll check it onto our YouTube. I think I've been putting it on our YouTube under specials as well. Or under something, haven't I? Yeah, I think there's a couple. I think there's like 2 on there or 3 on there already. I'll grab this last night's one as well and put that on there as well.
Oh, cool.
It's fun. We want people to come on it as well. We think it's good because anyone can come onto it and play. It's that simple, the rules. So if any listeners want to come on, they can literally hit me up in Discord and say, hey, I want to come on. And it's easy. It's so simple to do as well. We just do it through Discord, the audio as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple.
Real simple. Yeah, real simple. It works. Like the audio on Discord's really good now.
Oh, that's
I
good.
think they fixed it. I don't know what they did, but I think they fixed it. Like the sun. Yeah.
Who would have known? Who would have thought?
I know. It was a shock to us as well because we started using it going, actually, this sounds really good. And then you hear the podcast go out and you hear the thing going, and you're like, actually, it sounds great.
Huh.
And doesn't kill the computer as well when you're playing Discord, which is nice, which it used to do. They've since fixed
Yes.
it, so it doesn't kill the CPU so much.
Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe the modern CPUs have just kept up with Discord now.
Yeah, well, yeah, possibly, yeah. Because Discord was really bad at one point, wasn't it? We had to keep turning it off, so.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Yes. So that's me blowing my own trumpet. That's what I've been doing on the side.
Oh, yes.
It's a Friday night thing. We do it at like 7 o'clock on Fridays, New Zealand time.
Oh, cool. Okay. So back to the question that Hippo's asked.
Yes.
He asks us, what game or games are you looking forward to this year?
There's quite a few. I think Diablo 4,
Yep.
Simply because if it comes on Activision at perfect timing, then it's going to be on Game Pass.
Even if it's not on Game Pass, it's a day one bar.
It does look good though, doesn't it? It does look really good.
It looks fantastic. It looks like what Diablo 3 should have been like.
Yes. I don't know if I'll go day one because of Diablo 3.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you get a cool statue or something.
All right, okay. Okay, cool.
Don't you want a cool statue? I want a cool statue.
Yeah, I think out of all the games coming out, though Hogwarts I'm very excited about as well.
Yeah, Hogwarts does have a lot of hype behind it.
Yeah. It does look amazing. How about you, Carl? Are you on the same as me? Diablo? Or that little game, Starfield?
Starfield and Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Those
I don't
are
know.
the
I'm
games
waiting until see Starfield for more information. It's too quiet for me. I don't like how quiet it is.
Starfield's going to be shadow dropped.
Is
bet
it?
you
So
it's going to be shadow dropped onto Game Pass and explode.
another question Paul dropped in, which I see him pick up, was: will Bethesda release any games this year?
Of course. They're releasing Redfall.
Is that Bethesda? Is it?
Well, it's
Obsidian.
Arcane, and Arcane's under Bethesda.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
Okay. Simone.
Well, I am absolutely looking forward to Starfield, even though I know I won't have much time to really dig into it. However, I'm also looking forward to, and I've just lost it.
Is it the one with the little dog?
What one with the little dog?
There's a little RPG that cute little dog in it.
Really?
Ravenloft or something?
Oh, Ravenlock?
Ravenlock, maybe?
I think it's going to be full of puzzles. So I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to
okay.
wait. I'm looking forward to Fallen Order.
Oh, yes.
Mostly because I think when it comes out, or when we get it at least, Kyle will say, "Okay, Simone, you have a solo date night for yourself," and he's just gonna let me play for like a couple hours.
Will Kyle finish the first one before it comes out?
No, he won't. But it's fine. We love him anyway.
Hey DJ, how's it going?
Yeah, I think that's all. Those two. I'm really looking forward to Starfield. But I'm also looking forward to playing all the games I've been meaning to start and haven't.
Yes, because you're
So,
allowing
yay.
yourself to do this.
Yay me.
It's okay.
And just a quick shout out to another game, The Last Case of Benedict Fox.
Oh yeah.
That one blew my mind at E3, and I looked at it, I thought, this is going to be fantastic. This game looks fantastic. So
I think you can rattle off, because we went through the game of the first one of the season thing, didn't we? A special we did at the beginning of the year. And we were really surprised about games that are coming out that actually all look really good. There's tons of games coming out. It's insane.
It is insane. There's a lot of games, and there's a lot of games to be hyped for as well. So brilliant. Well, thanks for the questions, guys. It's always good to get audience questions. But now we're going on to a quick holiday game catch up. So the games we've played over the break and the games that have distracted us/me from Friendly Feb. And I'll kick us off. The game that distracted me from Friendly Feb has been a little game called Wasteland 3.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Are you playing it on super hard?
No, I'm not. I'm playing it on just normal hard. This game is interesting. It's not what I expected. The combat is turn-based, but when you're running around, it's like Diablo, so it's all freeform. You don't...
Oh, interesting. So it kind of drops into combat mode almost.
Almost, yeah. It's pretty cool because you have a top-down view. It's isometric, and then when you go into combat mode, you get a grid that kind of just falls down from the sky and gets overlaid over the
cool.
The map.
Okay.
And it's a very interesting game, very funny in a weird way. So one of the traits one of my main characters has is she likes metal, which means that not only does she like the music metal, but she also likes setting people on fire because that's the most metal thing ever. So she gets bonuses to fire.
Okay.
My other character is a bookworm, which means that they get a 5% experience bonus for everything they do.
Is it permadeath on the characters, like XCOM?
I haven't turned that on, but I believe that I have turned on friendly fire. So you can end up shooting your friends in the head.
Oh, that'll be good fun. Your characters are... You don't get to name your characters, do you? Or do you get... You do.
Get to name them, you get to build them and the way they look and everything, yes.
Oh, have you named any of them people you know?
Nope.
Oh, that's not fun at all, is it?
Well, I don't want, someone that's not me being cool.
Oh, is that your reason?
No, I just think that wasteland names need to be, those names from the wasteland. They need to be like metal and what is the other one?
You're trying to say Lee isn't from the wasteland?
No. Like I think one of the characters is Phoenix. So, cool names.
What are you trying to say?
Simone is a cool name.
Yeah, Lee's a cool name. God, wow.
So moving on.
Wow.
Wasteland 3, it's on Game Pass, and you could get the deluxe edition, the upgrade with all the expansions for I think $17 New Zealand.
Nice.
And it comes with a lot of content. But it's a very interesting game. It's very... I'm trying to think of... You remember the first kind of Dragon Age game where you have a party and you organize the party and you choose the character stats, then you get to choose a portrait and all the rest, and it's a very hand-painted, like watercolor portrait. So those kind of games. I'm looking at you here, Leanne. You're looking very confused.
I'm trying to sort my screen out. Someone's gone weird on my screen. Sorry, say that again. Someone was really odd in my stream then for some reason. I don't know what's going on. It was very distracting. I had to fix it. Sorry.
Here I thought you were just getting confused with my explanation.
No, I was confused by streaming. But streaming's now fixed, so go for your life. Sorry.
Ooh, well done. Good job, Lee.
Thanks, mate.
So yeah, it's like a Dragon Age style game in that
Oh,
you have
see,
a party and
immediately
you have,
as soon as you said it, I thought Dragon Age because my style in Dragon Age is just to hit buttons.
oh yep,
Yeah, and not pause it. But you always like, no, you pause, you think, you have a cup of tea, and then you move your characters around and do whatever. I'm like, no, don't you just bash 1 and 2 and 3, like Diablo style? Don't you just do it like that?
yeah. But
You
a
seem
Wasteland, there's no
surprised.
option to choose to make it a hack and slash. The combat's all turn
It's
based.
all paused. Yeah, it's XCOM version, isn't it? XCOM
Yeah,
style.
so it is kind of XCOM-ish, but it's a very interesting game, very interesting humor, and I'm quite enjoying it. There's some interesting things, like in the tutorial, for instance, that's teaching you how to sneak past robots, and you can see this gigantic spider robot that's patrolling the area. You can see his field of vision in a circle, and a tutorial pops up saying, "Here's a robot. Here's his field of vision. You should sneak past him, but you can attack him if you want. However, we don't recommend him because he will F you up."
Nice. So
And
I
so you
remember the guy being interviewed, and he did seem a bit off the wall. The guy who invented it, just created it, whatever the main guy. He was interviewed when it came out back in, I think it was like 2 E3s ago, wasn't it? Almost. It was like way ages ago when it first came out, or they
Yeah,
talked
it's
about it. And I felt
oldish
like he
thing.
was a bit off the wall at the time. That guy. I just got that
Very
feeling of
off the
him.
wall.
Yeah.
If you follow In Exile on Twitter, this game has that type of humor. They're not afraid to, just call people out and make fun of things. So I picked up a rabbit's foot, and the description of the rabbit's foot was might give you luck, might be lucky for you, but was not lucky for the rabbit.
For the rabbit. Yeah. Nice.
And then you get drugs that basically boost your character stats up for a certain amount of turns, and then you get the negative effect for a longer amount of turns. And the description is, it makes you feel like you can kiss the sky. However, your mama would not be proud. So it's lots of interesting things like that. And basically, I've gotten to the point where I've convinced robots, there's robots running around, that I'm from, my convincing was, I was sent from IT, head office IT, and I'm here to fix the network. And so the killer robots let me in, and I took over the computer, and now they're my servants.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Oh,
That's
so
good. They
funny.
give you options not just to fight; they actually give like some sort of role playing option.
Yeah, it's very RPG. So you can go in guns blazing, fight everything, or you can try convince people, or you can intimidate them.
What's the point of the game?
The point of the game, now
What's
I
kind of-
haven't played any of the other Wasteland games, but from what I understand, nuclear fallout has happened.
Of
And
course.
there's these people called rangers that try and bring order into certain areas. And now I've been sent as part of the rangers to Colorado, where my entire squad has basically been assassinated, and it's just left with me and my partner. And I need to talk to the guy in Colorado who called the rangers down, because his 3 children, Liberty, Victory, and something else, they all got like very American names, Liberty, Freedom, and things like that.
Capitalism or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So his 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl, they've decided that they're wanting to take over his land. And so they've split up into 3 different areas and convinced other people to follow them. And they're trying to take over his control of
So
Colorado.
he's trying to kill his kids. Is that what he's trying to do?
Oh, no. The mission is, he says, if you kill his kids, he will kill you.
Oh,
So
okay.
you've got to go take everyone out, arrest the children, basically, and then bring them back to their father.
Not dead.
Not dead. Which makes me think that there's an option that you could at some point kill the kids,
Yes.
make him an enemy, and take him out. He's got a very sweet hammer.
Oh, well, there you go.
In the first cutscene you see of him, he's got this massive hammer, and he's offering up a bad guy to you to kill. And your options are like, you can kill the bad guy, or you could let him kill him. And I was like, oh no, you go ahead. You can take him out. And he swings his hammer and just smashes the dude's head. He goes, now I feel better.
Wow. So is it cutscenes? Are these all cutscenes that you see, or is it still kind of 3D view?
It zooms into the character, so it's all kind of 3D, kind of like The Ascent, where it'll zoom into the character and you can actually see them talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So all in-game cutscenes. It's very well done. Voice acting is really good. Yeah, but having a look at it, it's like 180 hours to complete.
It's a beast.
So.
Yeah.
And I think that's without any of the expansions as well. So got myself into another long game, sitting next to Persona, and both of them are looking at me.
Persona's 200 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But ridiculous.
So we should actually make your patrons give you a game that's really short just to annoy you. Give you like
Yes,
a 2-hour
please,
game.
a 5-hour game. Yeah, I can do that. So yeah, that's holiday game catch up for me. Mr. Lee, what have you been playing?
Did I talk about, excuse me, Oxenfree?
Yes, you did. You're
I
on
didn't know.
the special.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I guess the game I'm mostly playing is Hard Life,
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
which I completed. I did the story free and picked up quite a few of the achievements. What an awesome game. It's amazing. I love it. It was so much fun. And I left on all the chat as well. I didn't turn down, what's his name? The gun?
Gary?
He's
Gary
not-
the gun?
Yeah.
Not Gary, but anyway. Yeah,
Did
the
you
gun.
finish the story?
Yeah, finished the story. Picked up quite a few of the achievements. I'm just literally going through and cleaning up now.
Oh,
Like
nice.
opening all the chests and that sort of stuff and going, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do afterwards. Such a cool
I
game.
wonder
I think I
what
just
take
did it in like, I don't know, a few sittings, but I felt like when you sat there, you just keep playing. Such a good flow
okay.
to the game. The story's really interesting. The guns, you're not using like 2 guns basically, but it's real fun. Running around shooting stuff, talking to all the characters, picking up all the side missions, all the random, like the achievements are really clever as well. They're quite good achievements that are, I think they may be missable, but you kind of like force you to have a conversation with someone, and there's this random stuff that you have to do to get this achievement. It's very good. Like one of the guys is a farting head that plays the drums. Have you met him, the kid?
No.
No. So at the beginning, there's a shop. You always go to this one shop to buy stuff. That's where you get most of your upgrades and stuff from.
Yep.
And there's a drum for sale. So if you pick up the drum, you walk around the corner, there's a kid and his dad on the side of the street, sat amongst rubbish, basically. And what you do is you give the drum to the kid, and he starts playing. But when he talks to you, he farts every time he talks, because he's literally got a bum head with a bum hole talking. Yeah. This Hard Enough game is that level of humour. And then what you do is, as you're playing the game, you go away, and then you talk to him again later on, and the dad's like, "Oh, my son's been picked up a record contract." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then you go away again, and then you kind of go through the story, and then at some point you look up, and he's on TV, and that's the achievement, seeing him on TV playing his farting drumming thing that he does. Yeah. See, just daft. It's just daft. The whole thing's just daft.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, made me laugh. I was like, this is amazing. Like, someone to go through and design a character which had a bum head face that farted when it talked, and then to give him a drum, playing drums, and then later on in the game, as long as you're right at the beginning, you then pick up the achievement. Like, I don't know, near the end, 80%, 90% of the game complete, then you go and pick up the achievement for watching it.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, there's like movies. There's a whole movie in the game.
Yeah, I've started watching it. It's like Tammy and the T-Rex or something
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
with Denise Richards.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They brought a license for it. They brought a license for the whole movie. And it's one of the things you go and jump, because you do these jumps to different areas. These like I don't know what they call them. I can't remember. And you basically jump to a different area, and there's a cinema in one of them. And you go in there, and the idea is you watch it for I think you go in there and watch it for a minute or two. And there's these 3 guys. All it is you and these 3 other guys. And in the beginning, and they're all sat there talking the way through the movie, just being really annoying about talking about how bad the movie is and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, it's quite funny. And the movie just starts, and you sit there going, "What the heck is going on here?" There's just so much randomness going on there. So
For the
good.
Tammy and the T-Rex, I noticed that when you first get the alien dude to come live in your house,
Well, he kind of moves in, but yep.
yeah, he moves in by himself, but
Yes.
he's sitting there, and then the movie came on the TV, so I kind of stood back and I started watching it, and he starts yelling at you to get out,
To get out of the way of the TV. That's right.
And I'm like,
That's
but I'm
great.
watching a movie.
That's great.
He's got no legs, so he can't go anywhere. That's why
Yeah.
he just sits there.
That's funny.
Yeah, the gunplay's really good. I think they've done a really good job of it. Like the different types of guns you use all have a different effects, and you kind of use, because some of them will do different things. So you have to use certain guns to like jump over things and kind of get to some areas. And
Which gun is your favorite?
Kenny, isn't it? It's Kenny, his name, the main gun.
Ah, yeah, Kenny's the main
Kenny's
one.
good. I like Kenny. I think he's funny.
What-
I like talking to Kenny.
What about the shotgun? He's got little hands.
Yeah, no, I didn't. The shotgun was not my shoes. I like the one that shot little things out of his head, his little babies that he shot. I thought he was quite cool.
No, I like the shotgun with his little hands, because whenever you're in a cutscene and someone's talking to you and you bring the gun close, he puts his hands on your wrist, like he's holding your
Oh,
hand.
that's so cute. I didn't notice that.
Watch it. It's so good.
The attention
Because
to
he's
detail
so
is
cool. And he
amazing,
just
isn't it?
holds with his little hands.
That's great.
I like it when they start falling out with Kenny as well. I don't know how far you got in that game.
No, I haven't yet.
They basically, I don't want to say, but basically they'll start falling out with Kenny, and the amount of grief they give him the whole time. And in the end, one of the guns is like, "Can you stop? This is really bad now. Like, it's not his fault. It just happened, and it's this whole kind of thing that he done caused all this trouble." And they'll just hold it against him for ages, and it doesn't stop. Like anytime you walk in anywhere, they're just giving him shit basically the whole way through. This whole thing is so funny.
It's amazing.
It's good, yeah. The bosses are quite hard, but there's always a way. Like they have like
A pattern?
a pattern, I guess. Yeah. So some of the bosses, like you start off the quest, like I think the third or fourth boss is really difficult because there's 3 guys make into one. And he's a nightmare because you have to kill them 3 times basically, and then you get to the last boss and he's a interesting character. I think I'd managed to do him first time, but it's long, so it's not hard. It's just really long, the boss fights. So they're kind of all really different. Lots of jumping around. It's great. It's fun. I have to play it. You should play the game. It's funny.
I've played a bit. It was interesting when I did play it. There was 1 or 2 times I chuckled.
It's a good game, though. I think that they've done. It's very different. Like all the different areas and everything's kind of put together quite well. It's very thought out. And like one of the achievements is to watch TV, and you have to wait for a certain advert to happen. And what you do is you literally jump into the teleporter, jump back out of the teleporter into another area, you just bounce, and then a different ad. And I spent ages, I don't know how many times, it must have taken me like 10 or 15, 20 times just to get the right ad. Then you've got to sit and watch this whole ad for like 3 minutes. At the end of it, you get an achievement for watching it. And it's a countdown. Oh, it's a countdown ad. That's right. You have to countdown ad. And you literally just watch the thing and he counts down. And he just mucks around and stops counting for a bit and then continues counting. And that's one of the achievements.
Oh, word, that sounds painful.
I know, yeah. I think I posted it in Discord, and Kingsman was like, "You did it! Well done. How did you do it?" Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's a fun little game.
Yeah, it does seem fun. It'll be something I get back to next month.
Yeah, it's not that long. I don't feel like it was a really long game.
Yeah, I think it's only 15 hours.
High on Life, here we go. Got it here. 16 hours I played on it. Yeah, and I haven't quite completed it. I've got like an hour's worth of tidy up to do, clean up and stuff.
Oh, yep.
Of just walking around. I've got 91%, so I've got most of the achievements in it.
Man,
All
pretty
but
good
3,
going.
So yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's great. It's a cool little game.
Yeah, it does seem pretty cool.
Much fun. What other interesting ever playing? Batman Return to Arkham as well. Arkham Asylum.
Oh, yes.
Because of Kingsman, so we made a challenge of playing back. Although I didn't play that much in the end. I've got up to the point where I'm just about to go and fight Croc. Basically, I've got to there.
Oh, yeah, that's about middle of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm kind of going through and I've done some of the unmissable stuff as well, trying to make sure I don't miss anything as I go through. It's a really cool game though. It's a really good game. It's very like Gotham Knights as well. That kind of style to it, where you kind of do the combos and stuff to get the fighting, and the story's good. The Joker's fun. There's good characters everywhere.
Yeah,
The
it's a great
controls
game.
are fine. They're okay. The controls. It's not the prettiest game, even though it's supposedly the Return to Arkham souped up version. It's not that pretty. You can definitely tell it's a 15-year-old game. I guess it must be.
Interesting.
Was
Okay.
when did it come
60
out? Like,
FPS?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I do not know. I do not see these things. When did it come out? So this is the re one that came out. Did it come out in 22? It didn't come out in December 22, did it? Oh, that's High on Life. That's the wrong game. Oh, man. So it came out. This is the remake in 2016.
Oh,
Won't be 60 then, will it?
Yeah, that's a pity. It would be nice if they did a 4K 60 update to it. The combat would be a whole lot nicer.
Yeah, combat's weird. It is a bit weird sometimes. Just trying to get the combos and trying to get all the blocks that you pick up. You know, you hit Y and you kind of get them as they're about to attack you.
Yep.
Trying to get those sometimes doesn't work that well.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me, but you just press it and go, oh, okay, I've got hit then. Fine.
Oh, yep. There you go. Hits again. Nice.
Hit again, yeah. It's a good game though. It's worth going back. The story holds up well. Like the gameplay holds up well. It still works. It's a really good game. It's a solid game. If you've not played it before, it's definitely worth playing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's Batman, so you know.
Yeah, I'm keen to dive back into it.
Mm.
I finished it on PC back when it first came out.
I finished it on Windows Games, Games, what it was called.
Windows Live for Games
There
or
you
something.
go. I completed it on that. That's what I completed it on.
Man,
So that was
good
quite
job.
a while ago. Yeah. And that was no achievement, so you just literally complete the game.
Yep, you can just play the game
Just
and then
play
you're
it,
done.
defeat the boss, and then log out, and that's it.
Yep, that's it. Never to return.
Never to return, yeah. So I've gone back again because of Kingsman. Kingsman played through 3 different versions of the same game.
Jeez, that's dedication to the cause.
It is, yes. Definitely is. Anything else interesting? Not really, no. Snooker,
Have you
Hot
played
Wheels,
Vampire Survivors?
Marvel. Haven't played that because I saw it was like a 40 or 50 hour game.
You have to play it. It's so good.
I might play it on my phone. I might play the Android version.
Who cares where you play it, but play it.
Yeah, I might
It's
just
such
do
a
that.
good game.
It's good.
Have you played it, Simone?
Yeah, I have.
Ah, okay.
So Simone,
I feel
what
like I can't play
holiday
it this
games have
month
you
though.
played?
I can't play it this month though, can I?
No.
No, it's a bit deaf.
Unless you want to die within 2 seconds.
Oh no, but it's friendly Feb.
I know.
Unless you're allowed to do because you're killing undead. Is that fine to kill undead? Or not really.
I think any death is just a no-no.
No, okay, all right.
It's violence, right? That was our criteria.
You're trying
last.
to not die. Like it's not. You know, you don't want to
Self-defense.
kill them. Self-defense.
Well, Doom is self-defense then.
Yeah, there you go. See, there you go. Hell's just trying to kill you. You're just trying to defend yourself.
Yeah, there we go. He's coming right at us. Remember that episode in South Park where they go hunting and they find a cute little creature and they're only allowed to shoot it if it's attacking them. And so before they shoot this creature, they just yell, "He's coming right at us." And then they can kill all the mooses and everything.
Simone, what have you been playing?
I'm gonna stockpile the games I played over the holidays, just in case there's a week where I haven't played any games. Then you guys don't miss out on content.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
very clever.
Yep. I don't want to be the boring one in the show.
Not like Kyle.
Uh,
Well,
people
fine.
people pay for this content, so I can't pitch up empty-handed.
Yeah, it's true. Content is king. I just want a quick one. I've been watching the Last of Us TV series.
And
It's actually awesome. It's really, really
Okay.
good. Yeah, I don't play the. I've never played the game, but it's amazing TV series. It's so good.
cool. I'm waiting for it to all finish and then binge it all at once.
Oh, okay. I've just watched the 3rd episode, which is really good. Really well done episode.
Okay.
Really interesting episode. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just want to drop that in there because we were just talking like. Yeah, I just remembered I've been watching it. I thought this actually been really good. Really enjoying it. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Put it into the movies and TV talk channel on Discord, and let's see what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've been dropping my movies in there as well. Been watching a lot of movies recently, so I'm just dropping them in there.
Oh, it's very good. And that's also a good shill for our Discord. If you guys want to not talk games, if you want to talk books, movies, TV, we have channels for all of these things. So join our Discord and just say hi. It's always fun.
Oh yeah.
And on that note, I think we're done for tonight.
I think we are indeed.
It's been quite an episode, catching up, getting unrusty, and all the rest. So, any final parting thoughts?
Catch us tomorrow for new news.
That's a good parting
Oh
thought.
yes. Yes,
He
that's right.
says as if he hasn't been planning and prepping.
Oh yeah.
I've been picking up any news. It's been a weird. It's always fun to listen to. So Hog been doing this. They've been doing the last couple of weeks, and they always start off with "There's not much news this month," which is why we always skip January because we could probably get a month's worth. We probably get an episode's worth of news out of the month of January, basically, for the amount of news that's coming out. So we do make a good idea not to do January. I think it's a really good idea. That.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also good for a break so that when we come back, people forget how amazing we are.
That's right. And we get loads of watches as well, bizarrely. We had like 10, 12 watches at one point. Which is
Yeah. Hype.
Hype.
Hype, hype.
Hype.
So remember, guys, we do live stream the podcast on Twitch and YouTube, and then the podcast lives forevermore on YouTube. So if you miss an episode and you really want to watch our faces for some reason, check us out on YouTube. This year, we're doing a massive push for YouTube. We want to get our numbers up there really, really high.
It weirdly worked, didn't it, for this special?
Yeah, it did. It was pretty good. So yeah, if you guys can help us out, watch us on YouTube. You don't have to watch us live on YouTube, but just subscribe to us on YouTube and watch all our old videos there.
Yeah.
We can get the minutes up. We can get a nice live streaming static URL that we can then plug into the website to make life a whole lot easier.
Is that how it works? Because we have got live XboxCast.co.nz live, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
But that doesn't really work very well.
Oh, no, it works fine. But we basically want to get as much of the YouTube benefits as possible. And those benefits come with you guys watching our content on YouTube. The more you watch, the more benefits YouTube gives us.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And should we do TikTok? PS Fatboy reckons we should do TikTok.
Okay, we'll leave all the TikTok content into your hands, Lee.
Well, I feel like I'm not a teenage girl. So that's the only problem. And I've never had a TikTok account as well. I imagine you have, Carl.
No, I've never had a TikTok account.
Teenage girl, no? Okay.
No, just because I like bubble tea doesn't mean I go and make TikToks of all my bubble tea drinking.
But you want to now, don't you?
No, I can think of nothing worse. I'm very anti-TikTok.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like I'm the wrong, what do you call it? Area of people they're advertised to, I guess is the way of putting it.
But maybe...
Target audience,
yeah.
Maybe being an older man on TikTok
is weird.
You could then have, a different audience to the normal people.
Yes. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure there's some geriatrics out there that are what is TikTok? And then our content can be this top content they see because it's their demographic.
Yes. Yes.
I don't see this going around.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I feel like I just get stared at by people going, "Why are you on here, you old man?" I think that's all.
Well, that's our podcast in a nutshell.
Well, yeah, true. I'll get that anyway.
Yeah. So that's our show for this week, guys. If you want to follow us on the socials, check us out on our website. It has our link for everything. Remember the benefits of YouTube for benefiting us and benefiting you, but it mostly benefits us. So keep that in mind.
No, it benefits you as well because if you do cool stuff, we get more content to you.
Oh, that's also true. But it's also a lie, I think. So, yeah. So that's us for episode 1 of season 7. Pretty good going, guys. Mr. Lee, where can they find you if they're looking to follow you in particular because they really enjoy your quick wit and dry humor?
I'm on TikTok under Lee Howard.
Yeah, you've just set up an account.
Just set up an account quick and sort on my phone, yeah. No worries.
Lee's following me on TikTok.
Exactly, yeah. Ooh. I am Lee Howard on Twitter and Lee Howard on Xbox and Lee Howard25 on Twitch. And I've got Mastodon. Come to mastodon.thexboxcast.co.nz, find us there. Because Twitter is dying. Twitter's gone weird.
You just need to play more with Twitter.
My problem with it now is it says verified views were next to all the tweets. I'm like, you're just pushing me away from watching stuff. I'm not going to give you any money, Elon, so this is not going to work out, I don't think.
Lee says no to cousin Elon.
No, I don't want to give him money. It's his own fault. He should have spent 40 billion on friggin' Twitter. It's his own fault.
And before Lee gets into another rant, Simone, where can they find you?
I am Jim Bean NZ on Xbox and Twitter.
And you can find me at Zarkrius on Xbox and Twitter. So thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for listening to us ramble and unrust ourselves for the first episode this year. We hope you had fun, and we look forward to hearing what you guys are playing in February for Friendly Feb. Jump into our Discord, follow us on Twitter, check out our YouTubes, all the other social shills that we can kind of shill at you. But apart from that, we will see you all on Xbox Live.